3a2. Okay. We know the general formula. What is the general formula for this? Is integration r is equals to mh y naught plus n into delta y naught divided by 2 plus n into 2n minus 3 divided by 12 delta square y naught plus up to so on. This is a formula for integration, but that is general integration formula. Okay. Now, if I put n equal to 1, 2, 3, then I will get the, for n equal to 1, I will get trapezoidal rule. Okay. If I put n equal to 1, what I get is trapezoidal rule. Okay. So integration is x naught to. If it is integration is x naught to xn. So here, instead of putting n here, we have to put n equals to 1. Okay. What is this? Integration x naught to xn y dx. So wherever you are having n, you have to put equal to 1. So what is the resultant? Is h. Instead of n, it is 1. So y naught plus delta y naught divided by 2. Okay. So hence we can get the result as h y naught plus y1 minus y naught divided by 2. And then we can get, after doing some calculations, y naught minus y naught by 2, that will be y naught by 2 plus, what is the remaining thing, y1 by 2. So hence we can get it as h by 2, this is y naught plus y1. Okay, so this is integration x naught to x1. Similarly, we can find out the integration x1 to x2. So integration x1 to x2 y dx is equals to, what will be the change? H by 2 y1 plus y2. Similarly, integration x2 to x3 y dx is equals to h by 2 y2 plus y3. And so on. The last one, it is integration xn minus 1 to xn y dx is equals to h by 2 yn minus 1 plus yn. Okay, so if I want to find out the general formula, what I have to do? I have to combine this all integration x0 to x1 plus x1 to x2 plus up to so on xn minus 1 to xn is equals to integration x0 to xn y dx is equal to, what I get is h by 2 will be outside, so inside the bracket he remains with y0 plus. So as these terms are repeating, y1 is also repeating from the last one, this y2 is repeating, y3 is repeating, and so on. So we can get 2 times y1 plus y2 plus up to so on yn minus 1, he remains with the last term is y. Okay. So here we can get the formula for integration x0 to xn. We can get the formula for integration x0 to xn y dx is equals to h by 2, that is y0 plus 2 times y1 plus y2 plus up to so on yn minus 1 plus y. Okay. So next we can have, now next formula is for n equal to 2. What will happen if n equal to 2 in the general integration formula? So if I put n equal to 2, it is x0 to, the suffix is 2, y dx is equal to, what is the formula for this now? Now wherever you are having n, you have to put 2. Okay. So if I put 2, it is 2h. What we remains in the bracket is y0 plus delta y0 plus 1 by 6 delta square y0. Okay, in the last lecture we have already discussed that what is the meaning of a trapezoidal rule. That is why the name is given trapezoidal, because whatever the area under the curve we are going to find out, that is nothing but the integration. Integration means what? Area under the curve. So if I want to find out in area under the curve, that we are going to find out with the help of, okay, that we are going to find out with the help of finding the area of trapezoidal. We have find out the area of each and every trapezium combine them, add them all those area. After adding all those areas, you will get the area under the area under the curve. Okay, what is a curve given to us? Y is equal to some function f of x. That y is equal to some function f of x that you have to plot. After plotting, then join the n straight line. What are those n straight line? Join the line x0 y0 to x1 y1. Join the x1 y1 to x2 y2 and so on. So combining all those n straight line, you will get the result. Okay, that means you will get the n number. You will get the trapezium. Add them all those trapezium, and you will get the area under the curve. That is nothing but the finding the integration, the trapezium. Now let us go for the second one. That is x2 to x4 y dx will be equals to. Now before going to find out this, let me evaluate this. This is 2h y0 plus y1 minus y0 plus 1 by 6 y2 minus 2 y1 plus y0. Okay, if I take LCM, it is 2h by 6. It is 6 by 0 plus y1 minus y0 multiplied by 6, as we are taking 6 as a LCM, plus y2 minus 2y1 plus y0. Okay, so hence y0 by 6 y0 plus 6 minus 6 will get cancelled. It is h by 3, that is 6 y1. So let me write down first y0 plus what is the term y1, 6 y1 minus 2y. It is 4 y1 minus plus y2. Okay, so this is a formula for integration x0 to x2. It is y0 plus 4 y1 plus y2. Similarly, we can find out for the second one. Integration x2 to x4 y dx, that is equals to, what is the formula? H by 3. What I get is h by 3. For the x2 to x4, I will get y4 plus 4 times y5 plus y6. Similarly, integration x4 to x6 y dx is equal to h by 3 y6 y4 plus 4 y5 is x2, no? 2, 3, 4. So it should be 2, 3. So here it is 4, 5 plus y 6. So in general, we can have for the last term will be xn minus 2 to xn y dx is equal to h by 3 y minus 2 plus 4 times y minus 1 plus y. Okay. Now if I add all those integrations, I will get the general formula for the Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay. Or you can call it a Simpson's rule. Okay, so we can get it as integration x0 to x2 plus x2 to x4 plus integration x4 to x6 plus up to so on will be equal to integration x0 to xn y dx is equal to h by 3. What is the term remaining? Y0 plus whatever the 4 times. We are having the terms with the 4 times. Will keep it in 4 times y1 plus y3 y5 yn minus 1. Okay. Now what are the terms remaining? With the 2 times, because y2 is repeating, y4 is also repeating, so it is y2 plus y4 plus up to so on yn minus 2 plus last term we are remaining with y. Okay, so this is the general formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule, or we may call it a Simpson's rule. Simpson's 1/3 rule and trapezoidal rule are more accurate than Simpson's 3/8 rule. Okay, so this is a formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule. Let us go for the next, that is Simpson's 3/8 rule, in which we have to put n equal to 3 in our general integration formula. That is integration x0 to, instead of putting n here xn, we'll put 3 y dx is equal to 3h y0 plus 3 into delta y naught, right? 3 into delta y naught divided by 2 plus 3 as it is, 2 into 3 minus 2n by 3 by 12 delta square y naught, right? 2n minus 3 divided 12 plus last term is, what is the last term here? Meaning is 3 into 3 minus 2 bracket square divided by 24 delta cube minus. Okay, so this is a formula. Now we can write it as integration x naught to x3 y dx is equal to 3h. What is there inside the formula? Well, if you evaluate this formula, finally we can get the result is 3h by 8 y naught plus 3y1 plus 3y2 plus y2. Okay, just evaluate this. You know the formula for delta square, delta cube. Just write down all those formulas and take a LCM. After taking an LCM, you will get the result. Okay. So this is from x0 to x3. Now you have to evaluate for x3 to x6. The last one is xn minus 3 to xn. Okay. I will left it for you. And finally, we can write the general formula for this is all the terms with three times. We will write it as integration x0 to xn y dx is equal to 3h by 8 y naught plus 3 times. What are the terms remaining here is y1 by 2. Next is y4 y5 y1 y2. Y3 is not there, so we have y4 y5 plus up to so on. What are the terms we are remaining with in the last is yn minus 2 yn minus 1 plus what are the terms remaining with 2 times? What are the 2 times? y3. Okay, next is y6 and so on. Yn minus 3 plus the last term is yn. So this is a formula for Simpson's 383. No doubt all those rules will not give you the exact result or exact integration or exact area under the curve, but they will give you an approximate. And more approximate is given by your Simpson's 1/3 and trapezoidal. Okay, so let's solve an example. So integration 0 to 1 upon 1 plus x dx. We have provided with values of x and y. It is 0, 0.51, and here 1, 0.667, and the last term is 0.5. Okay. So next integration 0 to 1 y dx is equals to, what is the formula? H by 2, sorry, h by 3 for as we are having only 3 terms, that is x0, x1. This is x0, x1 and x2. For n equal to 2, we have to write down the formula for our Simpson's 1/3. If I write down the formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule, what will be the formula? H by 3 y0 plus 4y1 plus y2. y0 plus 4y1 plus y2. This is a formula when you have only 3 values, that is x0, x1 and x2. So what is the value of x is 0.5 divided by 3 plus what is the value of y0? 1 plus 4 times y1 is 0.666 plus value of y2 is 0.5. After doing a calculation on your calc, you can get the result is 0.69. Okay, so this is with the help of Simpson's 1/3 formula. You can calculate with the help of Simpson's 3/8 rule. The same thing we can calculate with the help of Simpson's 3/8 rule. What will be the integration 0 to 1 y dx is equals to 3h by 8. What we have a formula is y0 plus 3y1 plus 3y2. Correct? And the answer for this, after putting all those values, we can get is 0.8437. Okay. In the section of in the session of our practical, we'll go with some practicals of this. And let me go for the next point here is numerical solution of ordinary differential equations. Okay, how to find out the solutions of differential equation by using numerical methods. Okay, so what we have, first we are provided with the first order differential equation. What is a first order differential equation? Let us assume we have dy by dx is equal to, it is some function of x and y. We have some first order differential equation with the initial condition. What is the initial condition given to us is y of x naught is equals to y naught is the condition given to us. Okay. So there are actually two methods. One is series. We can solve it by series method, or we can solve it by tabulated values of x and y. In the tabulated values of x and y, we can go with the Euler's method, and second is Euler's modified method. Okay. Or you can go with the Taylor series for y in terms of powers of x, from which we can find out the value of y can be obtained by direct substitution. And set of tabulated values of x and y, the method of Taylor series, and you can use a Euler's modified method. Okay. So let us go for Euler's method. This method gives the solution from the set of tabulated values. Okay. In this we can calculate the solution of a differential equation by using Taylor series method. That means y we are going to write down in terms of series of x, that is Taylor series, and you can calculate by tabulated values. So in this method, Euler's method is used with the help of a Euler's method gives the result with the help of tabulated values. Okay. So let us go. What is given to us? Dy by dx is equal to f of xy, and y of x naught is equal to y naught is the initial condition given to us. What is the next thing provided to us? xr is equals to x naught plus r into h. Okay. So now, what you have to do is, we have to just integrate it. After integration of this equation, what I get is integration within the limits x naught to x1. What I get in integration is integration with the dy by dx. Integration is also with respect to x. Integration f of xy dx. Right? What will be the value of this? It is y of x1. dx integration derivative with respect to same, so it will be simply y of x within the limit x naught to x1, here also within the limit x naught to x1, f of xy dx. Okay, so hence what we can get is this will be nothing but y of x1 minus y of x naught is equal to, again the same term as it is, now let us assume that this f of xy is simply f of x naught y naught. Because as we don't know what is a function f, let us assume it is it will have some value at function will have some value at the points x naught y naught. So integration x naught to x1 dx. So this is nothing but y1 minus y naught is equal to f of x naught y naught, and here it is x1 minus x naught. Integration of dx is x within the limit x naught to x1. So what I get a formula is y1 is equal to y naught plus f of x naught y naught, in the bracket it is x1 minus x naught. Okay, so what is the value of x1 minus x naught? Difference between these two is nothing but here h. So hence we can write y1 is equal to y naught plus f of x naught y naught into h. So this is a formula we have obtained for y1. As we know value of y0 which is given to us. With the help of given value of y0 we can find out y1. So we can generalize the concept. We can find out y2 is equals to, what will be the value of y2 will be equal to y1 plus h times f of x1 by 1. Similarly, yn is equal to yn minus 1 plus h times f of xn minus 1 y minus 1. Okay. Or you can write the general formula for n plus 1. That is yn plus 1 is equal to yn plus h times f of xn yn. And hence the result. In the next lecture, we will go with some examples of the Euler's method. Okay, thank you.